Everyone, my name is Julia and this is my Lab 5 report. In this video, we'll go over the introduction and purpose of this lab and briefly go over both the experimental and computational models used for today's assignment. We'll then compare the two and conclude our findings. The purpose of today's lab is to observe the motion of a slinky being dropped from rest. We'll do this by creating an experiment, model it through code, and compare the graphs resulting from both models. Before we start, we'll go over some fundamentals needed for this lab. The first is Newton's second law, which we then use to derive our update formulas. Velocity update formula is V final equals V initial plus F net divided by the mass of the object times delta t. We'll also use the gravitational force formula, which is W equals negative mg times j hat, where m is the mass of the object, g is the gravitational constant, and j hat is the direction of which the object is moving. Some other things to consider are the system and surroundings. We have the slinky as a system and everything else surrounding it, such as the earth and drag forces, are considered the surroundings. The initial position of the top of the slinky is listed in vector form on the slides. By the end of this lab, we'll be able to conclude that the bottom of the slinky will stay in place as the top of the slinky falls. To start off this experiment, I took an example video from YouTube of a slinky dropping from rest and inputted it into the tracker software. I observed its position over time and produced this graph. We can see at the top that the graph plateaus, showing when the slinky has just been released and hasn't really made any significant downward movement. But we can see that just slightly after the 1.5 second mark, the graph starts to show a somewhat constant downward fall of the slinky. I then modeled this experiment through code and inputted the initial conditions. Our mass is 0.5 kilograms, the starting position is as previously shown, the gravity constant is 9.8, j hat is the y hat vector, and the proportionality constant b for magnitude of drag force is 2.6. I then created a calculation loop where I calculate the net force. I then inputted the velocity update formula and the position update formula. Finally, in the last calculation loop, we are calculating the net force including drag. When the code is ran, this graph is produced. We can see that it is pretty similar to our experimental graph and follows the same downward trend. To compare the two, I inputted both datasets into Google Sheets and produced a graph. There are slight deviations between the computational and experimental model, but we can see that the computational model was able to accurately reflect the effects of the surroundings on the slinky. A source of errors that is evident from this lab is the human error produced through the tracker software. It is unlikely that I tracked the exact center of mass of the slinky. There were times where the position of the center of mass increased as it fell in the video and vice versa. So, not all data points are accurately reported in the experimental model. To conclude, this lab has showed us that the motion of the slinky is unique, such as that the bottom of the slinky will stay in place until the top of the slinky collides with it after falling from rest. This is a good example of how different spring forces can look like. Thank you so much for watching.